Good morning to you. More than 1,200 minutes of football played on the road against SEC football teams, but not a single win for Kentucky. Football Cats played an SEC road game last night with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now, Kentucky has not won a conference road game since 2009. However, they did beat the Gamecocks last year with the Kemp Cat at home in Lexington. JoJo Kemp ran all over South Carolina last year. Looking for that 2 wins in a row for Kentucky, maybe. A longer losing streak, though, is Kentucky down in Columbia. They haven't won down here since 1999. Old ball coach Mark Stoops ready to go. Third play for Kentucky. Well, Patrick Toll's not ready to go. Sky Moore with the interception, third of the season, 10th of his career. Check it out again. Another look. Toll's feeling the pressure, and it just makes a bad throw. So Gamecock ball. Connor Mitch comes in, directs the offense, and from a yard out, 7-0 South Carolina. So a quick touchdown after the interception. Can't make those mistakes on the road. 8 minutes to go now in the game. Kentucky drives down the field. Mikel Horton. He had 2 carries for 20 yards and that touchdown. It caps off a 10-play, 80-yard drive from 8 yards out. Tolles was 5 of 6 for 57 yards on that drive, by the way. Game tied at 7. Next Cats possession is JoJo. JoJo Kemp in for 6 from 2 yards out. UK outgaining SC 158 total yards to 35 so far. And JoJo, next possession is he's still doing his thing. 27-yard gain. Drive stalls, though, so out comes Austin McGinnis. 29-yard field goal. Good. Kentucky leads 17-7. 2 minutes to go now in the half. Same score. Tolles. Lots of time here. He doesn't need much time. He's just going to make a beautiful throw. What a grab. Jeff Badette. Another look here. He beats the corner, and he beats the safety and makes that catch. 43 yards on the catch. 4 plays later, Kentucky at the 1 and Tolles. Oh, no. Oh, no. Somebody get open. All right, I'll just take it myself. Punches it in from a yard out. Kentucky up 24-7 at the half. What's going on, old ball coach?
Yeah, they're running, they're throwing, they're doing about what they want to, and we can't make a third down, so we're getting thoroughly beat. Hopefully, we can do something to change it.
Let's see if they would change it. Second half, Gamecocks hit 3 field goals, so Kentucky up just by 8 in the fourth quarter, and they're not up by 8 no more. Perry Orth hits Jero Adams, 33-yard touchdown. He's high stepping into the end zone. South Carolina going for 2 to tie the game. ESPN's Brent Musburger takes it over from here.
Fumble picked up. That's a live ball, everybody. Here we go. Foot race. This could be a big 2 the other way. They botched the 2-point conversion, and the Kentucky Wildcats strike.
That's it. Kentucky wins its first SEC road game since 2009. Kentucky 26, South Carolina 22. Patrick Tolles completes 21 of his 29 passes, 192 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Now to the other team in the state. Last week, Bobby Petrino elected to start Reggie Bonifant at quarterback, but opened the game against Auburn with a trick play, and this is what happened. Bonifant under center. He moves out, though, motions left, and then the ball is snapped to Lamar Jackson, a freshman quarterback, who ends up throwing an interception. That's how you start the season off, right? But regardless of that INT, he played every snap from then on out, but the Cards did lose to number 6 Auburn. Bobby Petrino and his Cardinals looking for their first win of the college football season after losing to Auburn last week. Hosting Houston, first quarter, no score. Greg Ward hits Stephen Dunbar. 29-yard touchdown pass. Houston with the early 7-0 lead. Louisville responds, though. There's Jackson throwing it over the middle to Stanberry, Charles Stanberry, and so close. That's all right, though. Jackson from a yard out on the next play. Game tied at 7. A minute to go now in the second quarter. Cards down 3. Jackson hits Jaquay Savage. Cards take a 14-10 lead into halftime recess. Not even close to being over, though. Third quarter after a Louisville field goal on the ensuing kickoff. Brandon Wilson, he's back to receive. He could have just kneeled it, but nobody's going to tackle him. Nobody. Insert the 100 emoji here, because the game is tied at 17 after that 100-yard run back. Back and forth we go, fourth quarter. Kyle Bolin now in for the Cards at quarterback. He hands it off, though, this time to Jerry Smith, 4 yards out. Louisville back up by 4. Houston not done, though. Greg Ward again rolls left and finds Linnell Bonner, he's wide open. Houston back up 27-24, but back comes Bolin, giving the Cards a spark. Chucks it deep. He's got his man Mickey Crum. 31-24, Louisville back out in front. That was a 29-yard touchdown strike. The Cardinals defense, Houston, we had problems. They could not stop the Cougars. Ward connects with DeMarcus Ayers this time. Houston up 34-31. Final shot for the Cards, a 53-yard field goal try. John Wallace. That's short cake. No good. The Cards fall to Houston 34-31. Now 0-2 on the year for Bobby Petrino's team. Clemson comes to town on Thursday night. Now to local colleges. UPike, the Bears at home hosting Point Georgia. Sonny Warren ready to rock. First time these two have ever played against one another. Bears having their way on offense early. Quan Weaver. 7-0 UPike. Skyhawks, though, would respond with a score at their own. But back comes Quan Weaver. I got the screen, and I got balance. And I'm just going to weave my way all the way down here. And the best part, the front flip. Point goes into Howard Field, though, and gets the win 36-33 yesterday. That's first look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning. Good morning to you. More than 1,200 minutes of football played on the road against SEC teams for the football Cats, but not a single win. Playing in the SEC has been very hard, and they haven't beat the South Carolina Gamecocks since 1999. So they haven't won a road game since 2009 in the SEC, and they haven't beat the Gamecocks since 1999 down in Columbia. Let's see what they could do last night. Let's see if they could beat South Carolina at South Carolina again since first time since 1999. And again, they have not won a road game in the SEC since 2009. Old ball coach Mark Stoops ready to go. Third play of offense. This is not how you start a game on the road against a really good team. Patrick Tolles throws an interception to Sky Moore. He basically throws it right to him. But take another look. Maybe a little bit of an excuse here. The offensive line not doing a great job. That was Moore's third interception, 10th of his career. So it's Gamecock ball, and Connor Mitch from a yard out. 7-0 South Carolina, so a quick touchdown after the interception. 8 minutes to go in the game, in the second half, in the first half. Kentucky drives down the field, and Mikel Horton, he's in. Caps off a 10-play, 80-yard drive with an 8-yard touchdown run. Tolles was 5 of 6, by the way, for 57 yards on that drive, so he made up for his interception. Game tied at 7. Next Cats possession, it's JoJo. And he did work against him last year when Kentucky beat South Carolina at home. He was in from 2 yards out. JoJo, by the way, he's just getting started. Second quarter, same score. Kemp working it down the field, 27-yard gain on that one, but the drive would stall. Out comes Austin McGinnis, up good, 29-yarder. Kentucky leads 17-7. 2 minutes to go in the half, same score. Tolles in that funky formation that Shannon Dawson likes to run. Funky formation or not, Tolles has Jeff Badette. That's your money ball. Take another look here, a 43-yard catch. Badette beats everyone. The corner, the safety, he just didn't beat the turf. He probably could have scored a touchdown there if he kept his feet. 4 plays later, Kentucky at the 1. Tolles punches it in. He had nobody, but he created something. 24-7, Kentucky leads at half. What's going on, all ball coach?
Yeah, they're running, they're throwing, they're doing about what they want to, and we can't make a third down, so we're getting thoroughly beat. Hopefully we can do something to change it.
All right, you heard the old ball coach. Let's see if they can change it second half. Gamecocks, they hit 3 field goals to start, and it was 24-16, and South Carolina, 33-yard touchdown, Jerome Adams with the catch. They're going to go for 2 to tie the game here, and Brent Musburger takes it away. That's a fumble.
That's a live ball, everybody. Here we go. Foot race. This could be a big 2 the other way. They botched the 2-point conversion, and the Kentucky Wildcats strike with Ware.
That's it. Kentucky 26, South Carolina 22. Here's Mark Stoops after the game.
Beautiful, right? No, it was tough. It was a hard-fought game. We knew it was going to be that way. We tried to set the tone right at the beginning of the halftime break, and right before we went back out, we knew it was not going to be easy. These games always seem to come down to a possession or two. I was very proud. Again, there was another opportunity for our team to grow, and very proud to come out with a victory. It wasn't pretty, but proud of our team.
Kentucky 2-0 on the season. All right, now to UPike. The Bears at home hosting Point, Georgia. Program just 4 years old. These two have never played against one another. Bears having their way early. That's Quan Weaver. He's in. 7-0 UPike. The Skyhawks, they would respond with a score of their own, but back comes Weaver. Sonny Warren to Quan Weaver. Oh, he's got good balance. You have to do more than that to tackle me, bruh. They go back and forth in this game, but Point goes into Howard Field and gets the win 36-33.
You know, we just let some opportunities slip away from us. Just stopped executing at different points, and you know, they had an interception that kid made a nice play and gave them a little momentum there going into halftime. Came out the second half and got things back on track, but just couldn't find a way to finish today. And we got to learn from these moments. You know, this is another non-conference game, and we got to use these non-conference games to learn. So when we get back into conference play, we'll be ready to go and to fight to try to get to the top.
Last week, Bobby Petrino elected to start Reggie Bonifant at quarterback. A lot of controversy on which quarterback he should choose, but he opened the game against Auburn with a trick play. Bonifant under center, he would move out and motions left, and then the ball is actually snapped to freshman quarterback Lamar Jackson, who ends up throwing an interception on the first play of the game. But regardless of that INT, he played every snap from then on out, but the Cards did lose to number 6 Auburn. Bobby P and his Cards back at it at home, the home opener against Houston yesterday. Looking for that first win. First quarter, no score. This is not how you get a first win. 29-yard touchdown pass from Stephen Dunbar. Greg Ward to Stephen Dunbar. Houston up 7-0 early. Louisville responds, though. Lamar Jackson gets it over to Charles Stanberry. Almost in. Down at the 1. Next play, Jackson. He's in from 1 yard out. Game tied at 7. A minute to go now in the second quarter. Cards down 3, and Jackson hits Jaquay Savage. Cards take a 14-10 lead into halftime recess. Third quarter, after a Louisville field goal. Ensuing kickoff, Brandon Wilson. Somebody tackle him, or not. Bye. Bye. That's 103 yards on the run back. We got a tie game at 17. Back and forth we go. Fourth quarter, Kyle Bolin now into the Cards, and oh, he gives it to Jeremy Smith. Louisville back up 24-20. That's not all we would see, though, from Bolin. Later, Houston, they're not done. Greg Ward again rolls left, then finds Linnell Bonner. 27-24. Houston's back on top. Again, I said we ain't done with Bolin. Comes in for Lamar Jackson, and he does that. Nice little spark for Louisville. 29-yard strike. 31-24 Louisville with the lead. Mickey Crum with that touchdown catch. But the Cardinals defense, I mean, Houston, they had problems. They couldn't stop the Cougars. Ward connects with DeMarcus Ayers. Houston up 34-31. Cards trying to tie the game with 50 seconds to go. That 53-yarder not going to fall. Not going to go through. John Wallace, whoopsie. 34-31. That's your final. Now 0-2 on the year for Bobby P's Cards. Clemson comes to town on Thursday night. Here's the Houston locker room afterwards. All right, that's the Houston locker room. Here's Bobby P after the game.
It's my responsibility. I didn't do a good job throughout the week of getting us prepared on the field. You know, we always talk around here that you earn the right to win on the practice field, and we didn't get that done. You know, offensively, we weren't able to move the ball early. We turned it over, made mistakes when we got in scoring positions. Lamar struggled. There's no question about that. And then when Kyle came in, he did give us a lift. We did get back to a little bit of normal offense and move the ball, but it wasn't enough. And, you know, defensively, I'm very disappointed. We didn't tackle well. We didn't run full speed to the ball like we normally do. And in critical situations and critical plays, you know, we didn't make the play and they did. And I thought that was the difference in the game.
That's final look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.